Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Gina. Today I have an Easter garland DIY for you that's super simple, made from the Dollar Tree products, and hope you like it. Let's jump right in. First thing we have here is a Dollar Tree Easter sign. The middle is detached because I took it off. Some twine, some of those foam egg ornaments that they sell. And I'm using a little mini screwdriver. I had to improvise because I didn't have a needle to go through the eggs, so I used a mini screwdriver. So you can use anything you have on hand. And I'm also using 6 pieces of 4-inch ribbon for the backs of the sign. So I go ahead and start by taking the ribbon, and I get my little silicone finger because I always need that. And I start gluing the ribbon down onto the signs. We're going to glue 2 ribbons on each sign. And what you're doing essentially is making a loop so that the twine can go through it. So you want to make sure it falls below the top of the sign so that you don't see it actually on the twine. If you see, it falls a little bit below the top of the sign. And I do that to all 3. And just glue those down. Now back to the needle and thread. You don't have to use a needle and thread. I didn't have a needle offhand, so like I said, I had to improvise. So I went ahead and used a little mini Phillips head screwdriver, which I also got at Dollar Tree, and just went ahead and poked that through the ornaments, and it poked through both sides super easy. And I was able to take that mini screwdriver and go ahead and thread the eggs onto my twine. And we finished our last sign. And like I said, just make sure that the ribbon falls below the top of the sign. See how you can't see it from the front? That's important because we don't want to see it on the twine. And then go ahead and start by taking the little ornament hanger out of the Easter eggs. They're super easy to remove. And I'm just going through like you see me doing and poking a hole in the eggs and first threading my sign on. And then threading the eggs on. Now this took a little bit of time. It definitely would have been easier if I had a needle to feed it through. But like I said, I was just working with what I had on hand. And so it didn't take me that long. It only took maybe a few minutes extra than probably it would have taken me to do it. And these eggs, they don't break apart easily. So you can shove like the little screwdriver or a needle straight through it, and just a little piece of the foam pops out. Not a huge gaping hole or anything like that. So they work really, really well. And then we're gonna go ahead and thread our second sign on, which is the bunny. And I loved this. When I hauled it, I fell in love with this sign. I just think the bunny is so beautiful and is surrounded by the wreath of Easter eggs. And that's what gave me the idea to go ahead and make a garland out of this with the Easter eggs. So you see me poking the hole there and just removing the little piece. And if it's not perfect, it's okay because you're not going to see it. The garland is threaded. The eggs are threaded closely together. So you're not going to see any little bit of styrofoam that's missing out of the tip of the egg. And if you guys like my channel and like what I do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell and select all. This way you're notified every time I upload a brand new video. And to all my subscribers already, thank you so much for being part of the family. Okay, so now here we're gonna add our third sign on. And you can see our garland starting to come together. And if you see how, the loops, that you can't see them from the front, it falls just below the tip of the sign. So this way it hangs on our garland, but you don't notice it. And that's key to make sure so that you have like a seamless product. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and thread on some more eggs, and I went ahead and kept with the pattern. I started with pink, I did green, purple, blue, orange, then I started with purple, then I did green, pink, blue, orange. So you can do any pattern that you want to. It also came with yellow eggs, but I thought that the sign had enough yellow pops of color in it, so I went ahead and left that being the only yellow in the garlands. And I just move everything down so that we have kind of an even length. And I'm just tying a little knot in each corner so that there's something to hang the garland by. And just double knot it to make sure so that it doesn't come out. And you have your Easter garland. Now, it only costs $3 to make this. So super simple, very, very high-end look, and very inexpensive.